So I was gonna wood burn, but I figured this would be easier. This is just a wood blank that I got from like Michael's or Joann's or whatever, and I hit them with a couple different colors of spray paint just randomly. So I'm going to use that as my backing. I'm going to write my intention for my spell here. There. Sigils. What do I want for a sigil? Okay, so I want to be 170 pounds, and I want healthy weight loss. Okay. I'm going to cross out the vowels. So that leaves us with H, L, T, and H, and W, and G, and that's it. Okay, and then the 170, right? Okay, insert the fact that I forgot the Y and the S. So now let's go get some braiding done. What you'll need to make a witch's ladder is just some various tools, wires. I have a little clip there to clip it on to wherever it's going. I have some eye pins, just in case I need them for my beads. And again, the wire is helpful. I have some natural strings, some feathers that my birds friends left me out back. I have 3 of those. And I picked up Princess. What the hell is that? There we go. I was like, Princess? What the heck is that? I wanted to include these 3 beads because, as you know, I'm trying to give up the majority of my sugar, and based on the healing principle that I want to add in, I went with blue and purple stones today. That also incorporates the psychology of the colors when trying to lose weight. I figured, hey, we'll go with it. So I have a blue candle to burn. I have some beads. I lost one, I dropped one, so I might leave these out. I'm not sure. I like to keep things in 3s. I did this for self-love, a little bell so I can ring it. And I have my ancestors helping me. I have my ancestor candle, it's almost out. I brought these in as a nod to the sun and to ask for the energy to manifest well before summer. I'd like to hit my goal right around summertime. I have some wood beads and an old crystal necklace that I wanted to try to incorporate on the bottom with the feathers. And then I have some recycled ribbons. This came on a package of some sort, sheets I think, and it's a beautiful little ribbon, so I figured I'd use it. Usually I just use the natural fibers, either this or cotton, but this is fancy. It's going in my kitchen, so. And then also I brought up my art glitter glue. I don't know if this is going to work. I would like to, while I'm making the witch's ladder, enchant this little antique pin that I found. And I have a malachite cabochon, like green being healthy and like heart healthy and stuff. It's not focusing. There it is. This is the little cabochon I got. Let's scooch all this stuff out of the way. Sacred Medicine Oracle by Asha Frost. I'm using to guide me in my Get Healthy journey. Let's see what messages she has for me today. This is a very feminine deck, which I love at this moment. And the artwork is absolutely stunning. I think I did a walkthrough of it on the channel. If I did, I'll link it below. Let's cut the deck today. I feel like cutting the deck. Ooh, that feels like a good one too. All right, the message I need to hear today. What did I get? Wolf, protection. You are now safeguarded from attack or projection. Feel into the frequency this animal has now gifted to you, for there are now more precise bounds to where your energy comes and goes. The sacred ceremony is Wolf walks around your body in a clockwise motion and howls, activating a circle of fire around you to instantly burn off energy when needed. Wolf tells you that when you hear or sense a growl, that this is a sign that they are with you as an ally, bringing you amplified protection. Take a moment to welcome them into your energy field. Hand them a gift to thank them, as reciprocity is very important to maintain a sacred connection. And the healing affirmation is, with Wolf at my side, protection is all around me and I am safe. As I will it, so mote it be. Yay. Right, I'm going to leave this card right by my ancestor candle. It's so cold here in New Hampshire. I'm just going to take a piece of tape. I'm going to just tape down these ribbons. These are all approximately, I would say approximately a yard. You know, you do you, as I always say. Whatever size. I did do some research on the history of witches' ladders and stuff, because like I used them, I learned about them way long ago, but I wasn't sure like where it came from, other than, you know, like my beginning books, right? Focusing on modern interpretations, the witch's ladder has evolved as a powerful and versatile instrument in the hands of practitioners. There are no definitive historical records pinpointing the exact inception. However, its roots can be traced to ancient European folk traditions and pagan rituals. Some speculate that it may have connections to Celtic, Norse, or other indigenous practices where woven items held sacred symbolism. So the witch's ladder typically consists of a quarter string and adorns with various materials such as bones, stones, herbs, other symbolic items, and especially feathers. Whoops. Oh darn it, I'm stuck to my stuff. Here's where the historical information, and I'll link like some of the sources I use down below to find all this information. And I found a couple of good YouTube videos on it as well. So I didn't want to do too much of that just because, you know, they've already done such a wonderful job. The first witch's ladder was discovered in an attic in England in 1878. The men demolishing the house found it in the attic along with broomsticks. A strange 5-foot length of twine with feathers and quills braided in it. They sold this to an antique specialist, telling him that it was a witch's ladder and used by the house's former occupant, an old woman, to cast spells on her neighbors. The broomsticks were shown as evidence that she had been a witch and was thought to be used for getting away the milk from the neighbors' cows. In the 1893 novel Mrs. Kirgenvin, author Sabrine Baring-Gould, an Anglican priest and hagiographer, goes even further into folklore of the witch's ladder based on his fairly extensive research in Cornwall. He describes the use of a witch's ladder made with brown wool and tied with thread, and the creator would, as they wove the wool and thread together with a selection of rooster feathers, add in the physical ailments of the intended recipient. Once the ladder was complete, it was thrown into a nearby pond, taking with it the ashes and pains of the sick and ailing. You know, various different resources take a different spin on it with different research. So those down below if you guys want to read more about it. And so here we go. the first one, let's put our ancestors at the very top. I'm just going to start braiding this together. And I want to leave your intentions in. I have the small string weighted down, and my first knot is going to be here. I just clip the end off like that. See if I could get it any easier. I didn't bring up any bead needles. I should have. There we go. Okay, so I have Sweet by my ancestors. Okay, so for the feathers, I'm going to take a little bit of this wire. I'm going to wrap it around the end of the feather and secure it so I can fit it up into the bead and still have something to hang on to. So I'll do an up close of this too so you can see what I've done. I've done a very simple wire wrap, if you can see. And I'm going to feed this up into the bead because the bead holes are very small. So there's one, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the other two. I'm going to try to do the same thing for this crystal that I have. It was a necklace and the bail broke, so I'm going to try to do something with that. I'm going to double this wire up though so it's more sturdy. Just crimp the end together to make it easier to feed through somewhere. Oh, I don't like the wire here. That's ugly. So I'm going to cover that up with some twine and the last knot. Traditionally it's 9 knots. You can do as many knots as that feels good to you. I typically do things in sets of 3, so 9 was perfect for me, but I'm going to put my little thing on the top of it. For that, I'm just going to use some elastic cording. I'm just going to attach the top so I can clip it onto things. Well, that was a fun adventure. It's a little more complicated than I had anticipated using the ribbon. Usually the hemp is a lot easier to work with. I made a little printout for your book of shadows if you're interested. And I'll link it down below. It's free. You just go download it and print it. It's on Google Docs. So I just wanted to let you know that while I'm waiting for this to burn out. And until next time, I wish you many blessings. Bye, friends.